bonjour to you too.
I have never felt as cool as I am now. That was incredible. I took a little video. I'm going to ask y'all's permission to post it today.
I'd rather you didn't.
Hi guys. I love the hearts. Way to go season 14. Thank y'all very much. We say this, and from speaking on behalf of both of us, we mean it when we say it. We would not be here if it weren't for y'all, each and everybody in here. And hey, we're trying. We're trying. We love you back. Yeah, 2 more times. That was really cool. That was a cool feeling. I've never in my life felt more cool than I do now.
That woke me up.
And I had to carry him here. He was sleeping.
You do. I love you too.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay, all right. Now we're removed.
There's a lot going on that we're not going to tell you about.
Because he hasn't read the script yet, so we just can't tell you about it just yet. We tease. We finish filming next Thursday. We have 9 more days of shooting. And I think we have some really, really cool stuff. I'm not going to give anything away because I don't want to get fired. But I'll say this. You don't want me to get fired either? I appreciate that. Thank you.
That was one person.
I'll take it. My homie. My blood. I had 3 or 4. There was some scenes that I read that I had literally been waiting for years to read the words I read, and gave me chills. I can get chills thinking about it. So I think y'all will be as excited as I am. Without
What word? Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's years in the making. Oh yeah, y'all are gonna hate it. Or are you?
Without further ado, not adieu, right? Adieu means so long. Right? Is that right? Is that French?
That's au revoir.
What does it do? What language does it do?
Italian? French.
German.
No, it's also the vibe.
Yeah, adieu. Like, adieu. Au revoir. Dig up. Pull up. Abort. Without further ado, let's get to some questions. How are you?
Adieu.
I wanted to know if it ever crossed your mind that you would have to give a talk to
It had not crossed my mind. Now it's crossing my mind. I'm hoping Uncle Jensen will give the talk to me.
Yeah, it's gonna be blunt.
What about JJ?
My oldest is only 6, so hopefully the talk is many years from now.
No, I think he's perfect, right age. Take care of that this summer.
Apparently, so we at home we speak like adults around our children, and we don't call it like TTs or hoo-ha's or whatever. And so my 4-year-old, this is an absolute true story, this happened this week.
You speak like a medical show.
Yeah, we call them, I'm sorry, but we call them what they're called. And so,
What do they call it, Jared?
so my 4-year-old is at daycare. He goes to daycare, Chef, he goes to daycare from like 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. And Jen gets a phone call. Luckily, I'm at work in Vancouver, and she's in Austin. And she gets a phone call like, Chef got in a little bit of trouble today. And Genevieve was like, I'm so sorry, oh my God, what happened? And the teacher's like, well, he has everybody saying vagina.
See, I've already had to talk with Chef.
I'm sweating. I'm so nervous. And so Jen's like, oh my gosh. And so she asks Chef, like, what happened? Like, were you telling people words that maybe they were? And apparently he's just that kid who's funny. And someone was talking about babies coming from storks or something. And he's like, no, babies come out of the vagina. And so we were proud. We were like, well, true. I don't want my kids to be the one who like ruin the surprises, but we're trying to not. What's that? Sorry. So yes, I hope we can just be as sort of medical as possible. If not, I'll send them over to Uncle Jensen's house and have him explain it.
You're still not convinced they don't come from storks, which makes the talk difficult.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure myself where they come from, so we'll see what's what. Thank you, Alex. We mentioned this morning, we think it'd be fun to do Simpsons. And then I read an article that was forwarded to me by a buddy about like, the 5 reasons that Supernatural should do an episode in the DC verse that we have on our network, Arrow. I think that would be a lot of fun. I also would like, I'd like the Winchester boys to go meet all these superheroes and be like, they're a lot shorter than we thought. I want to see some of the other guys and gals in the superhero shows ask for apple boxes to Walter. Yeah, well, we have to be on the same team, because I don't want to kill my friend. Steven is a buddy of ours, and I don't want to beat him up in front of him.
It basically sum up into one exchange. We would show up, we would look at them and be like, do you have to wear tights? They would then turn to us and look at us and say, do you have to wear flannel? Yeah, it happens to be our cape.
I feel like we would have to be the characters in the show that... Supernatural movie? Hey! That's not a crossover. That's just Supernatural.
What's just a 2-hour-long episode of Supernatural?
I like that it's. What show would you like to cross over with? More Supernatural. Yeah, I'd like to go visit the Arrowverse. I feel like Sam and Dean Winchester would be the ones in the episodes, whether it's like Legends or Supergirl or Arrow, where we're like, well, that's just Oliver Queen. Why is everybody calling him Arrow? Where we know who they are. It always made me mad when Superman would know somebody and then he'd go back to being Clark Kent and they're like, hey, did you see what Superman did yesterday? He's a put on glasses. So I don't feel like that would be passed to me. So fingers crossed.
I think it'd be fun if the Winchester brothers went to Jurassic Park. I just have this vision in my head. Dean just running, screaming his head off. And then a velociraptor running right behind him.
awful idea. It's because they all die.
Yeah, but it's funny. That's true. It would be worth it for that. Thanks.
This is pretty cool. I didn't just stop, and I was like,
You're tired.
so this is pretty cool.
You know, there are a lot of amazing parts to, speaking for myself, a lot of amazing parts of my job. I get to meet some great friends. I met a girl that is watching my kids. But I think one of the neat things, and I've spoken.
I think they're her kids. You just have visitation rights.
Jeez. I'm a fan myself. Of books, of artists.
Yeah, but are you a Sam girl or a Dean girl?
I'm a Dean girl. We're talking about Gilmore Girls, right? So it's neat to see it from the other side. It's neat to be a part of something that, because I get this excitement when I watch shows that I like, or movies that I like, or listen to bands that I like. So it's neat to see it from both sides. Because at the end of the day, we're breathing oxygen like the rest of everybody. We just get to see Supernatural from a different perspective, though we're still fans of the show and of the characters. And so it's a really neat, unique, kind of singular blessing that I get to experience.
Yeah, there's a lot of. I think there's a lot about the show that is also reflected in our lives. I mean, we've been on the show for, as somebody said earlier, several hundred years. So it's inevitably going to cross over with our real life, and there's some of the great things that I enjoy about doing what we do on the show is sometimes we do things that we wouldn't necessarily ever get to do in real life, like drive a car backwards and flip it around and do a reverse 180, or kill vampires, or kick down doors.
Wait. What do you mean we don't get to do it in real life? I heard that a door was kicked down last night.
Well, unless a situation arises in real life where some of those skills can be put to use.
Like what?
So last night,
True story.
we get home from dinner, and it's getting late. Dinner was a little later. People go out a little later than normal here, I think. Are we totally off on that?
No.
Okay. So it was a little later than normal, and we got back to the hotel a little later than anticipated. And it's like, okay, we gotta go to bed. Like, we gotta wake up early. So we all went to our respective floors, and I went to my room and put the key in, put the key in. Back on the elevator, back down to the lobby. My key doesn't work. Here, try a new key. Thank you. Back up the door, key, nothing. Key, nothing. Key, nothing. Then Dean started to be born. So I go back downstairs and I'm like, no worky. And to him,
That's not French.
he understood it. Then he's like, let me use my key. So he comes up with his master key and he nothing. Master key, nothing. He's like, oh, I don't know what, this is not good. Yeah, keep in mind, it's late. It's after midnight. And I'm tired and I want to go to bed. And I know I gotta get up and put on a show for you guys, because that's why we're here and that's what we love to do. And so he's like, I'm sorry, he's just not, I will call the maintenance guy. So maintenance guy comes up with his little tool belt, and he basically does the exact same thing that we've been doing. Puts the key in, no, it's not working. I'm like, yes, we've established that it's not working. How do we get it to work? I don't have the tools that are required to do this. We're going to have to call a locksmith. Okay. Do that then. There is no locksmith in 24 hours. There's nothing that we have to wait till the morning. Well, that's not gonna work for me. The front desk guy is like, well, we will get you into another room, the presidential suite. Like, I don't care about the president. I want to get into my room, and I want to get into it now so that I can go to bed and wake up and go to work. There's nothing that we can do today. I'm so sorry. What would you like us to do? Get in my room! I want to get... And I'm like, listen, if you can't get into my room, I will get into my room. And he's like, I'm sorry? And I said, are you saying that you cannot open this door? Is that, yes, it's impossible? Okay, I'm gonna kick the door in. And he just goes, okay. And I was like, that's all I needed. Walked over, slid the furniture that was in the hallway aside, stepped back, boom! It exploded the door and left a hole in it like this big. It was basically the entire mechanism of the locking mechanism. I thought the door would swing open and that the door jamb would have broken, but no, the entire lock and handle and iron plate that it was on went through the door. And I looked at him, I go, you're gonna need a new door. Good night. Open, the door swung open nice and free. It closed with a big giant hole in it, and I went to bed.
The upshot of that story is, anybody here could have spied on him in his sleep last night.
At that point, I didn't care. I mean, I give it to the staff there. They honestly, I don't think it ever crossed their mind that the big Texan standing before them was going to murder their hotel room. I think his response, okay, was more like, I'm not quite sure I understand what you're saying to me. But I didn't wait for him to figure it out. I just destroyed the door. So
long story short, his favorite part of being on the show is learning important life skills.
But Spade actually said something to me. I think it was Spade. No, it was Rob. It was Rob. Rob said something. He was like, do you think that if you didn't kick down doors all the time on the show, that idea would have ever crossed your mind? I'm like, I don't think it would have. But we kick down doors all the time. I'm like, this is obviously the progression of things to do. You try the key. If it does not work, you try a maintenance man. If that doesn't work, you break the freaking door down with your foot. You're gonna need a new door. And see.
No, not me. That's funny. We had a discussion this past week about not ours specifically, but beliefs and religions and politics.
all those things that are really fun to talk about.
And I think he and I both try and not, I like to tell stories for you guys, I like to entertain you guys, and hopefully make a nice difference every once in a while. But I'm not big on, it's like the two, don't talk about finances and don't talk about religion and politics, but then have one thing.
I don't think we make a conscious decision not to avoid polarizing topics, and those can be pretty polarizing. Because when we're being in a public eye like we are, that can get sticky really quickly. So I think it's just you and I both are maybe we'll stay off those topics.
I hesitate, but it's a conscious decision. I think we both hesitate to label ourselves anything that would separate us from somebody else, so, as long as you're...
Because we don't feel separation.
Correct.
We're, he and I, and this is something that he and I share, and I think seeing each other is acceptance, and acceptance of everyone.
Yeah.
And no matter what
I have people I consider friends that are Christian and Jewish and Islamic and non-denominational and atheist and agnostic, and as long as they're nice people and they care about the well-being of others, then I don't care what helps them.
Experience you've ever had at a convention or anywhere in general?
Weirdest fan experience?
Yeah.
I don't like the word weird. I'll tell probably unique. Well, here's why I don't like a weird fan experience. Because I've had a couple weird fan experiences. One was when I met Eddie Vedder, and I was the weird fan. So I was, and so I see it from both sides. Literally, I went up to Eddie Vedder, or he came up to restaurants before he came up. He was smoking a cigarette, and I just kind of froze. Oh, here's another one. Mike McCready, the guitarist of Pearl Jam. We were this is many years ago. We had backstage tickets because one of their tour managers was a big fan of Supernatural. And so we got to go see them when they came to Vancouver. And we were backstage, and we got to the green room. We were going to have a drink and whatnot. And he's with Danielle, I'm with Genevieve. I'm holding her hand, and we walk in, and all of a sudden I see, Stone Gossard's over there, Mike McCready's over there. And I feel Jen trying to, she's holding my hand, and I can feel she's trying to get away. And I'm assuming she wants to get a drink or something. And all of a sudden she's like, ow, quit squeezing my hand. I didn't realize it. I just gone like, and poor little girl, her 5'3" hand, next to big Texan kind of dude squeezing. I didn't realize that I was squeezing my hand. So I haven't really had any weird, I've had some funny, unique experiences. One of the ones that stands out to me, just because it wasn't, I think I told this story and Jensen laughed, because I kind of referred to it like a fan experience out in the wild, not like amongst friends. I was weird. when you don't expect it.
in the wild? Did it happen on a safari?
Yes. Even though probably more appropriately, this would be in the wild, and out there would be quote unquote normalcy. No, we were on a flight to our honeymoon, and we get on board, and the flight attendant's talking to us, hey, can I help you with your bags? Doing what flight attendants do, help you seat, is your seats, this and that. Really, really nice guy. And he comes back, he's taking orders, we're going to drink and this and that. I think it was like a 6-hour flight, LA to, I think, Tahiti or something. And he comes back and forth, and the flight's a couple hours, and so we're sitting, and we chat a bunch of times. And finally, when we're about to descend, he comes up and he's like, hey, I wanted to mention to you guys, now the flight's over, right? Like, big fan, I like Supernatural and this and that. And I'm like, oh, thank you so much, like, that's super cool, thanks for waiting, it wasn't weird or different or anything. And he's like, yeah, as a matter of fact, I have the tattoo. And this was years ago. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I have the tattoo. He's like, I was wanting to get a tattoo, and I like it. I was like, prove it. He's in his thing. And he's like, all right. And I was like, Jensen, when did you start working at the airlines? I was so close I could taste it. No, so he unbuttons his shirt and he has the tattoo on his chest. And I was like, I'll be damned, you really do? So it just caught me off guard. Another one, speaking of breaking door experiences, when I stopped the train with Richard Spade, I was in such a moment, and there were people taking pictures. Specifically, this young lady and her, I assume, boyfriend, who were sitting 10 feet away, like, the whole thing, and I'm sweating, I'm embarrassed, I think we're in prison. It's just funny when I was, found not guilty of trying to destroy everybody's lives. I went over and I sat down and I was like, give me your camera. And the girl was like mortified. They weren't very big people and I was big, sweaty Texan dude. Like, I just kind of like pushed her boyfriend over and was like, give me your camera. And she was like, and she handed it over and I'd forgotten that I was on a TV show. And I was like, and she's like, I'm sorry. And I was like, you were taking pictures the whole time. Like, this is the worst moment of my life. You sit there like crumpling it. I don't want you to have those pictures. It's embarrassing. She's like, I'm so sorry. I've been such a big fan for so long. And I was like, okay, I'm so sorry. Give me a second. Let's make a deal. Like, erase all those pictures and let's take a picture together. Like, really? Would you do that? I didn't want to ask. And I was like, yes, and obviously I would rather you have a picture with me or smiling as opposed to like talking to the two trained security guards. I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna go to, international prison or not. So I think that's kind of what surprises me the most. But you've had some fun. So.
No, I love everybody.
That's it.
Look, over the years, there's been numerous occasions where, you sit next to somebody, maybe on a flight or stand in line somewhere, you just get this. This one's my favorite.
Yes, but you have to. You also follow me with your camera. Oh yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
it's
well, it could be an accident, and so we'll just move this way. Like. I will say that we have
I will say we have now, we're hypersensitive to, we're hyper aware, not sensitive.
Our phone radar is incredible.
Photodar.
I would rather somebody be like this. Hey, nice to meet you. Than like this. Just texting away. Just tell me, just a dude, like, ask for a picture.
But it's again, over the years we've had some crazy experiences, we've had amazing experiences, we've had life-changing experiences. We're very fortunate enough to get to have had some incredible people come on set from Make-A-Wish, and which still baffles me because I'm like, you have a wish and you're using it to come see us. So it is humbling for sure, and they all are a very meaningful visit to us. But I'll never forget this one family came up from Australia, and she was in her teens, and I forget what her condition was, but it wasn't good, and she was there with her mom and her dad. Her dad's a firefighter, and her brother, and so the whole day happened, and we took her driving the car, and we took her around set, showed the whole family everything, and by the end of the day, this big Aussie firefighter guy comes up and he's like, got tears in his eyes, and he's like, I don't watch your show, and because I work so much, but my daughter does, and it makes her smile. And just tears. He's like, so thank you. And I was like, all right, well, that's gonna stay with me for the rest of my life. I kicked a door in last night. I don't know if you heard that one. It was pretty cool.
My kids, I used to when I was a kid as well. We all have roly-polies. Yeah. So we used to call them either roly-polies or doo-doo bugs. And so whenever I get to Texas, my kids always want to go outside and chase doo-doo bugs. We call them doo-doo bugs? Anybody can call doo-doo bugs, please? Somebody help me out. We call them doo-doo bugs.
Roly-polies, man.
Yes, but you never call them doo-doo bugs?
No.
Do they like eat doo-doo? Or sit on it or something? Anyways.
No, they don't.
It's the doo-doo.
We're children.
So my kids, when they wake up, they want to go outside and look for spiders, lizards,
Doo-doo bugs.
roly-polies. And so they'll wake up daddy and they want to go play outside. I got a dog barks at me anyways, and so we'll look for roly-polies. I'll go with roly-polies for now. Easter happened, and it just so happened that one of the eggs, the Easter Bunny somewhere or another knew that Shep really likes roly-polies and would be more excited to have an egg full of roly-polies than of candy. And so Shep actually found the egg with roly-polies in it. Isn't that amazing? And he's got this big Easter basket full of like Cadbury eggs and chocolate bunnies and gummy worms and Starburst. And he's running around showing everybody the egg full of roly-polies. He's just so excited about like all the roly-polies. He's a funny kid. And then we had a tarantula, a non-poisonous tarantula. And I'm not scared of spiders, but I'm not like a spider fiend by any means. But I knew what it was. I knew it wasn't poisonous. And all the kids wanted to like smush it or run away from it. I was like, no, spiders are good, spiders are good. And this one's nice, And so I kind of like went over to it and kind of put my hand near it. I wanted to see if it was going to rear up to attack, and it didn't seem like it. And I was like, okay. I'm like, Daddy, you going to hold it? And I was like, all right.
I guess I am now.
And I knew it wasn't poisonous. They could still bite, but I knew it wasn't poisonous. It was a big size. And so I kind of put my hand on the driveway and scooched it onto my hand. And then all the kids are like, ooh, ah. And again, Shep is the funny one. He's like, I want to hold it, Dad. So I have a picture of my son, my 4-year-old, with a tarantula, like on his arm. He's just laughing at it. Oh! And then another time, I guess he does a lot of, he's like in that bug phase right now. Everything's about bugs and animals. And I caught a lizard. I am lizard catcher level expert. I don't know why I did that, but so I caught a lizard and he wanted me to put it on his arm. So I did. He was wearing a short sleeve shirt and the lizard was very still and Shep went to pet it with his other hand. And the lizard ran right up his shirt and is now under his shirt, which even my reaction as a 35-year-old man would be like, and he was like, it tickles. Can I show Tom? It tickles. And I was like, you want me to take the lizard out of your shirt? He's like, no, I want to show Tom. And I was like, okay, and you can see the lizard moving around, you can see his shirt moving, and he was just like laughing about how it tickled. Like, all right, kid, you're a brave one. Those are just 3 funny. Odette and Tom have got some funny stuff too, but those are the ones that come to mind. He's funny.
Next time he's got a lizard on his shirt, we call him, come over and teach him how to cook it and eat it.
Apocalypse World. Yeah, so fun times.
Yeah, my kids don't do anything. I did get a video. We got a video last night. Our wife together. We're together. The kids were hanging out. JJ is super into guitars right now. She's picking up. Yeah, I have this little backpack guitar, and she's been picking it up and playing it. She obviously doesn't know how to play, but she certainly is making it well. and she's super into this movie, Coco. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie. The little boy plays guitar, and so last night they were playing that song and videoing it, and JJ is like closing her eyes, like singing along with the guitar, and Shep is in the background just doing like this. And like, just killing it. Like, dancing his little head off.
He loves that kick. He
Oh,
loves
he did- yeah, it's like Elaine from Seinfeld.
We've yet to
For
teach.
those of you who have never watched Seinfeld, because I know there's some of you in there, watch it. So, yeah, anyway. The hits just keep coming with 6 kids.
Thank you very much for
Hi.
And for guys especially, my only word of wisdom I have in life is when singing happy birthday, start out the lowest possible note.
That was Billy. Billy started out with,
Yes.
yeah, he knew. However, what was the note? Well, I could have gone, happy birthday. I was like, happy birthday. Yeah, that was good. Birthday! Yeah, so that's.
It's been many years of singing.
Happy birthday to
He's like,
But nobody wants that.
never arises.
Yeah, a lot of it is just kind of off the top. In fact, just on Friday, he and I were doing a scene, and we're in the middle of letters and we're talking, and then they get my coverage first, and then they turn around and they're now shooting Jared over my shoulder, and I just decided to change some words.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And make things a little interesting. And so I said this one thing that I won't repeat. He immediately recognized that I was about to take him down the rabbit hole, and literally was like, said his last line quickly and just exited frame. And I was like, he's on to me. However, now, then the next scene, he did something, but it wasn't, he wasn't trying to break me. He was just making a goof. And basically, he's supposed to run in and be like, "Ding!" And I look at him and I'm like, "What's wrong?" And then, boom, cut. That's the end of the scene. So he runs in, he's like, "Ding!" I'm like, "What? What's wrong?" And he goes, "I just saved 15% or more on car insurance." But literally, before he finished the word car insurance, Bob was like, "Cut! Didn't even let him get it out.
And the next take, I run in and I'm like, "Dean!
What? What's wrong?"
Kim and Kanye are pregnant again." But Bob was like yelling cut as soon as it's, "Dean, what cut? As soon as he was on focus. Yeah.
So it's less pranks that are, planned and thought out, and more just constant shenanigans.
Rest assured also that if there's ever a scene where either Jensen or I are showing an iPad or a computer to a guest star,
It is illicit
not
material.
suitable for
But the best thing is we don't put it on the screen until the cameras are rolling,
so they can't change it.
so that we get an honest reaction out of it. Because that's what we're about. We're about being honest on camera. And we try our best to give that to you and deliver a quality product daily. And sometimes we have you know, it's little tricks of the trade.
Alex found that out the hard way. I think episode 1, where he's in the middle of his bunker. Episode 1, where he's sitting down on the bed, and I give him the computer saying, "Okay, your mom left you a message for you. Here you go." So it's very serious. It's kind of somber, and I'm like, "Hey, your mom wanted you to see this." And I kind of put the computer down, and he opened it up, and he can choose to share or not what some of the images were. But needless to say, they ended up just like not letting me come to set, which is not the first or the last time that's happened. No? What is your name?
Marjorie.
She is going to ask it in French. It's going to be translated to English.
I'm pretty sure we got that.
The question is, do you like horses and do you ride?
That's what I thought she said. I have always loved horses. Used to own a couple, but don't anymore. And I've been riding since I was 6 years old.
Jensen, il fait du cheval depuis l'âge de 6 ans et il les adore.
I mean, I could have said it.
It sounds so much better when she says it. I do love horses. I don't ride as much as he did. My wife, Genevieve, did a show about horses, and she's ridden her whole life. So we used to have a horse when we lived in LA, but this was many years ago. I'd like to ride more, but I don't ride as much. Do you ride a lot? It's okay. This is your... Say hi to Rob. She's got some cool nails. May I show? Thank you so much.
Do you like to ride Western style or English style?
Western. No.
Western? Western? Yeehaw, girl.